Uh, Mr. Misri, for those who are watching this show online here, and a lot of our viewers would be watching it later on when it's published on the social media mediums, what would be your advice to somebody who's young and now wants to build a future in finance? Because when you started HDFC Limited and when us, associated with the ICICI Bank, India was different. The demand curve was different. The need of the banking system was different. What would be advice to someone who wants to build a future in financials? What should be the start point?
I think first of all, I would say that the future of banking and the future of financial services in India is phenomenal, really, truly phenomenal, because of the reasons I mentioned: underpenetrated market, huge scope for growth, increasing, growing middle class, people wanting to consume more, people now much more willing to borrow money today than what they were 30, 40 years ago. I remember 40 years ago when we started HDFC, if someone came to our office to take a housing loan, many people would actually feel shy to be seen in our office because they didn't want to be known as someone who's borrowing money. So all that has changed and changed dramatically. So future is phenomenal, but the only advice I would give is whatever you do, please look at it long term. Don't keep short-term goals in mind. Aspire to do something 10 years from now and keep your path to get to that 10 years instead of taking shortcuts and trying to achieve what you can in 10 years to try and do it in 5 years. And second is keep the highest, absolutely the highest level of integrity. It will reward you in the long term. Markets will give you a huge reward if you are seen to be well governed from a governance perspective.
मुझे पता है आपके लिए काफी मीटिंग्स हैं आगे और अभी इतनी दूर आए हैं, सो थैंक यू वेरी मच. आखिरी सवाल, मिस्त्री साहब, ऐसी कौन सी चीज थी आईसीआईसीआई बैंक के बारे में आपको अच्छी नहीं लगती थी? अरे यार ये कर रहे हैं, हमें भी करना चाहिए, आप हमेशा टीम को बोलते थे?
I think many years ago, 2001, 2002, we never had a practice of having agents, distribution agents. And that practice started with ICICI. And then we copied that practice, we emulated that practice. But I must say that whilst ICICI, HDFC always had strong competition over the years, there never was any feeling of hostility, ever. There was always a feeling of friendliness.
So you were always good friends?
Everyone, yeah, honestly. And even today I have so many of my friends who are from ICICI, and I'm sure ICICI has many other friends from HDFC. So it's very different from the kind of competitive world that people talk about in the West. It's a very different life.
पीएससी के अंदर जब भी इस फ्लोर पर आते तो यादें आती हैं, यादें हमेशा ताज़ी करनी चाहिए. For those who've come for the first time, I've got a lot of my young friends from my office, हमारे रिसर्च टीम वाले आए हैं, तो उनको मैं बता रहा था यहाँ पर ट्रेडिंग होती थी. यहाँ पर lot of the young audience associate BSc floor with that very famous OTT series, but trust me, this is a place where trading used to happen. So केकी साहब, जब HDFC Limited लिस्ट हुआ था, क्या मार्केट कैप थी उसकी?
I think we started with a paid up capital of 10 crores and the market cap when I joined in 1981 was a little under 8 crores.
So there comes a time when your heart calls for you to arise. Plant your feet solid into the ground. Decide your own limits and then break right through them. Become something more. It's my time to rise.